Hey guys, welcome to another Team of Core. Today we are speaking about, what is that?
The 5 keys to success.
Abba's going to go through the 5 keys to success. Before we do that, does anyone have any wins to share? My favorite part of every meeting.
Wins are always fun.
I have one.
What is it?
Balaj W. Carlos commented on one of my stories. Balaj.
Yeah, Balaj is 682-4.
5. 4. Which is super exciting.
And I know Adrian Wesley, they're kicking off that new program on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Power On Club. So we, Adrian has been more than happy to come along to some of our meetings. So yeah, just let me know if you guys are more than happy to have him. And he'll definitely help you guys with personal development. All right, Abbas, so kick it off. Go.
So I'm going to talk about 5 stuff you got to ask yourself. This is the kind of stuff I asked myself when I first started my journey. This is very, very important. Most people like to step away from this or don't like to talk about this. The first one is, who am I? Like, if you ask most people, who am I? Usually they tell you, like, example, most people actually tell you that they're a nurse, or in my case, a security guard or panel beater. You can't get confused with what you are and what you do. So, you are not what your job is. So if you ever get stuck from your job, does that mean you lose your life? Of course not. So you really don't know who you are. That's really important, because if you don't know who you are, then nobody's gonna know who the hell you are. So these type of conversations that you gotta have with yourself. Do you want to put anything on that?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is, where am I from? These days it's very confusing. You can jump on YouTube and people will try to convince you that we came from like tadpoles. From tadpoles we turned into monkeys, and monkeys we turned into apes. I don't know where you guys are from. I don't know what you guys believe, but I know I'm definitely not a tadpole or an ape. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not that. People try to convince you that, that's where we descended from, and they try to explain to you, and they try to convince you. And it's simple for me, and I believe it should be simple from you. Adam came from heaven, because God said this be, and we be. So technically speaking, we're all from heaven. That's how I make my life a lot more simple. That's where we're from. That's at least where I'm from. Well, what's the next one?
Why am I here?
Why am I here? What has God put you on earth to do? These are the type of questions that no one's going to ask you. That's why you got to ask yourself, and you got to discover yourself before you discover the world. What am I here to do? What do you think that you are put on this earth to do? Is it to pay bills? Is it to pay bills every single day? Is that what you think that God has put you on earth? Science has proven what? When you obviously get married, get with your wife, there's about 7,000 billion sperms, yeah? Out of 7,000 billion sperms, only one gets through. So are you trying to say that you're a mistake? I believe that you guys aren't a mistake. You guys are meant to be here. You know what I mean? It's a miracle that you guys are even here. So you guys are obviously not here just to be average. About 6.2 billion other sperms died for you guys to make it, or for you to make it, or your twin to make it. So you guys, you guys are on earth to do a lot more than you guys are doing right now, I believe. That's just my opinion. What can I do? What can I do every single day to improve myself? What can I do for the world? What can I do for my parents? What can I do for my sisters, my brothers, my downlines, for myself? What can I do every single day? Here's the type of question you ask yourself. And where am I going? Where am I going? Most people these days, they go to a job knowing that the first thing they ask is, what's the job going to give me? The questions I ask these days, if you're looking for a job, what am I becoming? That's the type of questions that you need to flip it with. Wherever I go, if I join Abbas' team, what am I becoming? If I join Safa's team, what am I becoming? If I join Tariq and Rayan's team and Fatma's team and Yusuf's team and Sultan's team and Philomena's team, what am I becoming? That's the type of question they got to ask yourself. Those are the 5 W's I believe you got to ask. Who, where, why, what, where. I believe you guys should write that down. The 5 W's. Who, where, why, what, where. And really write it down and answer it yourself.
Yeah. So so people always ask me, okay, Safa, how do I find my niche? Okay, Safa, how do I find my gift? Okay, Safa, how do I find my goals? How am I supposed to know who I am? No one can ask you that. No one can answer that for you but you. Your mentor can't even answer you. I can't answer that for you. I know who you are to me, but who are you in the definition of you? What are you on earth to do? What's your likes and your dislikes? it goes so deep and like so depthy that it will probably stunt you for a couple of days each question. It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be brief either. Because who am I goes to the very essence of the word. Who are you? Yes, your name is Fatma. Yes, your name is Philomena. Yes, your name is Yusuf. But who are you? Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Are you a social butterfly?
You can get deeper with that. Like, who programming like this? Because every single person's been brainwashed. Every single person's been brainwashed. Whether you like it or not, we've all been brainwashed in a certain way to think, to feel, and all that kind of stuff. Because every single person comes from, it just been inherited from your parents and your parents' parents and your parents' parents. Sometimes I realize, am I thinking the way I want to think, or is it because I inherited it?
Yeah, did I inherit this way of thinking? Because I was just talking to Fatma, and she was saying, Inshallah. In Arabic, it translates to God willing. Our parents used that on us when we were kids to kind of get us off their back. And automatically, when you tell me Inshallah, it automatically in my mind says no. It means no.
Like some of that, take a sales like Inshallah. Maybe it's like a sales.
Yeah. And that's what we've been doing it. So that's why I tell people, change the way you speak to others, and then you change the way you speak to yourself. Okay? So where are you from? Yeah, you're from Western Sydney. Yes, you're from...
It's very dangerous.
I know, because you're going to restrict yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, when people ask you where you're from, that can also be like a curse, to be honest. Very, very dangerous, because people think a certain way from different areas, from different countries, from different backgrounds. So that can also restrict you as well. That's why I tell you, just tell yourself you're from heaven. At least you're equal then with everyone else. You're not better than anyone else, and no one's better than you.
Yeah.
You're all from the same place.
See, in our minds, the moment we find ourselves someone better than us, we either hate them, love them, or admire them.
And put them on a pedestal or something.
Yeah. But if you tell yourself you're the equal to them, what does it do to your brain? It's achievable. It makes it achievable for you. Okay? So, for example, yesterday I went to an event where, I don't know if you guys follow this girl on TikTok. Her name is Makeup by Layla. And I watch her TikToks all the time. I'm like, she's really funny. So when I seen her, I'm like, where have I seen her face? And then I just blurted out, oh my God, you're from TikTok. When I said that, even though she has like, I don't know, over 20K followers on Instagram, I was like, I'm putting this person on a pedestal, but it's really fun because I finally got to meet her. Now we're equal. We know each other. Do you know what I mean? The first, in essence, of communication is what?
Eye contact?
No, it starts with one word, hello.
Not all the times.
It starts with hello, always. A connection, it starts with a smile. It's that there's always something that breaks the connection. So like
to a person random, it's like, can you move your car? That's all I can.
Regardless, it's
I get it.
It's a connection, okay? So whenever we spark something, the first word that we say to each other is usually what holds the what's that word?
Are you talking about the first expression is the most
that's
important?
It. Impression.
Yeah.
It holds the same first impression. So I don't know about you guys, but my first impression of you guys was different to your first impression of me. Do you know what I mean? So you got to think about how you're, not what you hold, but what comes out of your mouth first. If it's matching the impression of you. If they're not, it's not matching their impression of you. You're like they thought that you were a stuck-up person, and you like say hello, and then you smile. It's like, oh, I'm not a stuck-up person. Do you know what I mean? That's the first. I know it's like completely like off subject, but it makes sense. Okay. Why am I here? Oh my goodness. When I was mentoring people one-on-one, this was something everyone struggled with. Everyone struggled with. Because they failed to define who they were as a person.
They accepted, I believe, most of them just accepted that, they're going to be broke for the rest of their life.
Yes. And that's why, see, when I was mentoring people, you got to realize that a mentor will only probably do 5% of the work. But it's the most hardest 5%. You do the 95%. Yeah. I can't do it for you. I've already done 95% for me. My mentor helped me do the 5%. Okay? It's an equation. What people realize is you will always look for another person excuse me, if you always look for another person to find comfort in, to find refuge in, to find love in, other than yourself, then if you lose that person, you lose yourself. Okay? So that's why it's so dangerous to love someone else more than you love yourself. It's very dangerous. Okay? You also want to respect yourself enough for you to learn how to define yourself. So when I say all the time, go on a journey of self-discovery, I physically mean find out who the hell you are. Today, I found out that Gary Vee likes chaos just like me. I'm like, oh my God, what's up, Gary? I liked you before, but I even like you even more now because you love chaos. We have something in common. I sent a video in the chat yesterday. Tony Robbins, who watched it?
It was pretty incredible because I know on the way to dropping off the kids.
You watched it?
We listened to it.
You watched half?
Oh yeah, I watched half.
Okay, so you would have remembered him saying, what's the first connection that every single person wants to hear or wants to feel? I'm just like you. That's the first connection everyone wants to feel. That you have something in common. Have you ever met a human you're like, I like this human's like me? That means...
Yeah, you.
Yeah, me and you. You know what I mean? You find something in common. Even though we're different people. Different achievements, different lifestyles. But in the essence of the word, I'm just like you. So when you guys are speaking to your leads, you need to find common barrier, common ground for you guys to touch base on. Because if they feel that you're on a pedestal and they're down here, they're going to feel like you're so high, they're not it's not reachable and it's not accomplishable for them to be there. Yes. Empathy.
Sympathy, different things, yeah.
You have to make everyone equal to you.
Correct.
Same thing with a child. If you're speaking to them, you go down to their level.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So I don't know if you guys watched our stories today. Abbas was talking about empathy. Could you touch base on that, please?
Empathy.
Where's my coffee?
So sympathy, I drank the rest of it. So sympathy is most people that, like, oh yeah, I feel bad for you and all that kind of stuff. But sympathy is actually when you step inside someone's, like, you step in their shoes and actually feel how they feel, and resonate with them. And obviously, if someone like has a common problem which they speak quick or they stutter, you can always flip it and say, you know what, one of the prophets was exactly like you. You inherited that. So yeah, flip a negative to a positive because you just accepted. A negative to a positive because you accepted who they are naturally and you embraced, their faults. You know, if I say you stepped inside their shoes, you know what I mean? Like example, if someone, let's say right now that you met some little kid that was on the street and I don't know, he told you that his parents died, and like, how would you react? Would you call the coppers? What would you actually do in that moment? Would you take him in as your own? If I say like that's empathy, where you actually will take him in as your own child and raise him like your own, so you can feel his pain. It's like, you know what, it's okay. From this day onward, I'll be your father and Safa will be your mother. That's empathy. That's actually really feeling someone's pain. So sometimes really that's what you gotta do. Like you actually gotta be doing for your leads. Really, don't tell them that I feel sorry for. I know what you feel. If you try and actually picture yourself in their feet, well, how would I react? What would I do? And believe me, you guys will come to a more like common ground, and you guys will understand each other a lot more.
Yeah. So if you guys are speaking to your leads, it will all come down to tonality. If you're voicing yourself or you're talking to them over the phone, tonality is what sells you, right? The way you use your word. So if I was speaking to Rayanne told me that she has 2 twins, she's sleep deprived, she's really stressed, she wants to help her husband make more money, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I completely understand. Oh my God, how cute, 2 twins. Motherfucker, no. I completely and utterly understand. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Sometimes, as a parent, you want to be able to do everything. You want to be in control. You want to be able to be there and you want to be in control of all the situations. But sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
That will sell everyone. That will sell them 10 times more faster than no. Where I use humor quite a lot in our lead conversations, but I don't use humor in the worst situations. When someone's telling you about their sick like dad dying, their 5 kids having the flu or whatever, you won't hear me. So what we do is called affiliate marketing. Have you heard of? No. You are not listening to your leads. If you're not listening, you're not listening to your leads. You need to listen to these people. These people, if people are putting their problems in your basket, you don't just fucking flip the basket. You look at the basket, you look at every single individual fruit. Okay, how can I change this for them? They've trusted you with this basket because no one's gonna, how often do you guys come across someone saying, so how do you feel today? No one. Well, tell me about yourself. Shit, how much times have we asked people, tell me about yourself, and they're like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Sure.
They buckle.
It's like you put them on the spot.
Yeah.
It's like you put them on the spot.
It's like you're asking them about freaking Britney Spears.
How much money have you like bank account?
It's a very personal question. No one comes across that. Why do you think people pay so much money to go see psychologists?
Sickness.
No one speaks this way. So if someone's putting their problems in your basket, you need to be able to feel like, make them feel comforted, loved, appreciated, understood, accepted, empathized. There's a reason why my stories on Instagram get 500, anywhere from 1,000 to 500 views, people flicking through, because people sympathize and empathize with what I say. People like my content because they like what I say. That's what you need to be. Sorry if it's lagging. It shouldn't be lagging. Just give me a sec.
Is it lagging?
It says connection unstable. Okay. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Okay. When you guys are doing a demo and people are like, my mum has cancer or my dad had cancer, if you don't acknowledge or say something towards that, you're a very cold human being.
The first thing I say is I fucking hate cancer.
Fuck cancer. That's what we say.
Yeah, fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Okay? Because cancer and like you empathize. Like for example, if someone was like, my mom, like Sultan, when Sultan came over, she's like, my mom had cancer. She had her lymph nodes cut out or whatever. Alrighty then.
Yeah, the garage will open and the chapels will open.
When she said that to me, Abbas and I were like, yeah, his grandmother and his uncle both died from cancer last 2 years ago. So we completely understand, fuck cancer. Do you know what I mean? If she said that to us in a private setting and we weren't be able to help her, then like we're pretty fucking shitty human beings, bro. Do you know what I mean? My saying is what do I usually say? The only difference between you and I is I started this before you and you have yet not to. That's the only difference. Always gets them. Find the phrase.
I've got my own saying. Like, well, the only difference between me and you is just the way I think. That's it. It's just on your head.
Yeah. Find a way, common ground where you guys can make the lead or the person that you're speaking to in daily life feel understood and feel like they can achieve more. That's what you guys got to do. Okay? And you can't do that without knowing who you are first. That's why we're all in self-development.
Yeah, and the best way I believe these days is, since I've been plugging a lot more in the last couple of days, that I've realized I'm really good at the pull away method.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Yusuf will agree with that. So I remember when Yusuf first got in, I actually did a one-on-one thing. And I always get back to Yusuf. Do you remember that? Then as soon as you actually show them that you don't really need them, but they need more you, they feel like, oh no, I'm gonna miss out. What was I saying? Was it yesterday or the day before? With Abdul Bloke, yeah, the Abdul Bloke. He approached me. This guy's been watching us for about ever since we were in Malaysia. He just approached me again, saying, "Hey, how are you?" We spoke. We've been speaking every single day, video calls every single morning. He's got he's also part of ACN. He's got a lot of downlines and he's got like multiple potential for a lot of people. Eventually, I put him with a freeway chat with Andre. He's been telling me, because I've been failing for 7 years. I'm never going to give up. I've got no more friends. I've secured myself and I've isolated myself. The only thing I care about is my family and this and that and this and that and this, that. Eventually, he's got his own company. He can put it on his ACN. He knows he can get proof of finance. You know, eventually he comes back to me after days. He goes, man, I don't want to do this finance. You know, my mom told me not to. I go, I fucking knew it. He goes, you knew what? I go, I knew you were talking shit. I told him that. I go, I actually knew you were talking shit. I go, what happened to you telling me that you're a liar and you're exactly like me and you're going to reach 5A and this and that? This guy didn't make an account. I didn't want him to make an account. I gave him straight webinars. I gave him all these links that's on YouTube to explain the you know, like the point system, all that kind of stuff. He understood it because he's used to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But as soon as I told him, I go, look, bro, you approached me. I told you I didn't want you on my team. I already told him, I don't need you on my team. You approached me. So as soon as I pulled away, it's like, no, you know what? You're right. I do want this. And now ever since then, he's been speaking to people. He's already got about 4 people coming to this event. And one of them is already buying off him. And he hasn't even bought in yet. You get what I'm trying to say? As soon as you show him, you know, I don't really need you. You're like, you know, I've got the golden ticket. You tell me that you want a way out, and I'm showing the way out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to always. Back in the day, I used to try a lot, but you realize the more harder you try, it's like.
I did the very similar thing with this. Well, okay, so on my Instagram, I get a lot of leads, right? You guys know that I've already spoken to you guys about that. What we've done is we established something. It blows up. So I was speaking to this girl. She's going through a separation. She's going through a divorce, and she feels like she doesn't have any purpose in marriage, and so on and so forth. She's scared to move forward. She asks every single question underneath the sun. Every question. I swear to you, I kid you not. Every question. Not once.
What was one of them?
Twice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not twice, 3 times. She kept repeating herself.
And everybody looked at me. Remember when you told me it's fluent the bed? She goes, I'm actually going to put my hair out.
Yeah, I go to her.
Talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I go, look. Sorry.
Hey,
I go, listen. I go, you've asked me every single possible question that all my team asked me 3 times. Twice to 3 times. At this point, you're either scared.
No, also you told her, if you want to ask that questions again, when you just scroll back up, you actually told her.
Yeah, I got it. If you're gonna remember, if you're gonna ask the same questions, just scroll back up, listen to the voice message because I already replied to them. Okay. What she will do is she'll ask the same question, just word it differently. Exactly same thing. I go, listen. At this point, if you're asking the same question, it's either 1 or 3 things. You don't understand it. You genuinely don't understand it, or you don't want to understand it. 2, you're pulling my leg. Or 3, you're scared shitless of moving forward without someone trying to back you up.
So in that, like, when I see that kind of character, I just realized that, you know, like people like that, like we said, in my, like the way I look at it, it's like they stand for nothing. And when you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Sometimes people like the open is just a bit of direction. That's it. Just a bit of direction. Not too much. Don't completely choke him, but just a bit of direction. I'm showing you. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, when you talk to me, this is your bed. Yeah. Don't leave this room. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a bit of direction. Hey, man, you approach me. I didn't approach you. I didn't come knock on your door. At a certain time, you approach me. You really ask me the questions. This is it. Next step is to take this step. And everybody told us, like, you know what? I want to go to sleep now. You've already asked me the same questions now about 3 times. If I wake up in the morning and you haven't made an account, I know that you're pulling my leg and you're wasting my time. We wake up 5 times. She's made an account. Like,
the way I said it specifically was, look, the next step for you is to make the account. Now, if you don't make the account, don't worry. I'm not going to cry. It's okay. I'm not waiting for this to make, you know, bread and butter. It's okay. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to hate you. Okay, you can definitely still follow me. It's all right. But I do value my time. So I'm going to go to sleep now. Yes, I told her like a 5-year-old. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm going to send you the link with the directions. It's very, very easy, very easy. I'm going to wake up in the morning. If you sign up, all I get is an email. If I get an email, you've signed up, I'll know you've jumped into the unknown, and I'm proud of you. But if I don't, then don't expect me to waste any more time on this. I've wasted a little bit more time. I woke up in the morning at Fajr time and she had made an account. I didn't Yes, guys, we want the sale. We want the fucking sale. Yes. But what you got to understand is you have to use this pullback method in a way where it makes them understand if they don't join you, they're going to stay in their sucky life. It's inevitable. I did it today as well. I'll show you how I do it. Can you just give me the iPhone? Is the iPhone there? Or give me the iPad. It's right there next to you. So this guy that we've spoken to, and the reason why we're giving these suggestions to you guys. Yeah. All right. The reason why we're giving these suggestions to you guys is to show you that it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of experience. That's it. So this person, are you asking something, Phil?
No, sorry, I lost connection.
That's okay.
Oh, good.
So this guy went on Google, as many of you guys do, and I've told you guys to get ready for this.
Speak to this guy, yeah.
And he wrote down, he linked us to a ACE Initiative review saying that everything that we do is like MLM, blah, 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 blah. All right. So Abbas was speaking to him on a voice message this whole time. And he's like, I don't know if I should do this. It's like, you know, like, it's not, I don't think it's something I understand or I want to do, whatever. So what I did for him is I put it plain, simple, everything that the article, I took the time to read the article a couple times. Okay. But I wanted to use that article to tell him,
someone else uses it against.
yes, I wanted to show you exactly how you guys can flip a negative to a positive. Because if any of you guys have been shown that article, I want to be able to show you guys how to flip it. Okay. So I go, hey, this is Safa. I just thought I'd shed some light on the article to show you that the person who wrote that blog, it doesn't really know us at all. One, MLMs are not illegal. 75% of billionaires actually started in MLMs. So to say that MLMs are a scam is very false.
It's like you saying that your job is a scam, yeah.
Yep. Two, Enagic is a network marketing company, not an MLM, which is a massive difference. Three, they only talk to you about one opportunity, which is Enagic, which we're very super honest about. And if you would have asked us, we would have said yes. We have 5 other business opportunities available on the inside of the platform, which is not specified in the article. Okay. We built a 6-figure business with Enagic, and here's the reason why we have been able to do what we currently do. And we'll always be able to open to help people do the same. If you were going to make an article, at least make it accurate. 4, we are an affiliate program, the platform with affiliate programs, the business opportunities. 5, you're not building anyone else's business but yours. Yet with a job, you'll always be putting more money in your boss's pocket and less in yours. That sounds like more like an MLM to me than this. 6, you are in charge here. Not me, not Abbas. Whether you succeed in this is entirely completely up to you. Hope I shed some light with it. He replied back, thank you so much for your reply. I guess I have some thinking to do. Okay, you're welcome. From here, it just depends on how much you want out of your current situation. If you're happy just working to pay your bills and barely living life alongside your family, then yeah, stick with that. But if you're like us and know you want more and want to achieve more, then we'll guide you there. If we've been able to build a team of over 150 successful people, then I don't see why we can't do it for you the same.
Working out on this stage? Because he spoke to me and he hasn't seen his parents in 8-9 years.
I'm not sure.
I would have told him that.
Hold on. There's an equation to success. It requires when you know you deserve more, plus when you want to achieve more, plus having someone to guide you. But nothing starts unless you pull the parachute and jump first. Jumping is always the most scariest part. What's the worst that can happen? So Abbas and I restarted the conversation. We could very easily, like, okay, bye, see ya. Bye, Felicia. No. This guy went out of his way to go ask Google. Now, if you guys have been doing this for 2 years, you guys will understand that we've read every single Google review on the face of the earth. Because we tell you guys to be prepared.
Yes.
You need to be prepared. You need to learn how to objection handle. If you don't, then this ain't working, girl. Okay? And you need to learn how to flip a negative to a positive immediately. Yeah, flip that pancake. Flip that burnt pancake to the sunny side up. You have to. Your business depends on it. Okay? Respark the conversation. Ask him, if you're scared, what are you scared about? If you don't have money, what's the last thing you spent money on? A phone? That would have been great to spend on a K8. Okay?
With expensive become more expensive because it's becoming more smarter, but people don't know how to make money off it.
Exactly. Do you know how to flip a negative to a positive? If you don't, then I suggest you learn. And the only way you learn is by speaking to more people.
Yeah, by making a lot more mistakes.
Yeah. Oh my God, we made so much mistakes, Abbas. We made so much mistakes.
So much leads when I first started. Facebook was different to now. If you put $6 a day, $4 a day, you'll get at least 16, 17 leads a day. I've burned through so much leads. I'm talking about my first month. I spoke to probably about 700 people. 700 people, 11 people bought. Just to show you how much people I burnt through. I burnt through a lot. Like a lot.
And it's just, it just makes you who you are. Does anyone have any questions? Because we're going to move on to the next topic.
I have a quick question. So basically when we have leads, we're selling them ACE. and then when they book ACE, you guys speak to them about the products and services?
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
If they book us as coaches, but like that's one way. There's so much roadmaps these days. Stuff likes to give them to the Asian Initiative. I like, to be honest, I speak to guys like, you know what, I want to save with $99 as the webinar explains. But this depends who you're speaking to. If you're talking to a person that has a big team and you feel like he's gonna like you more if you're saving money, so it depends who we're speaking to. If we're speaking to someone already that knows and understands all this kind of stuff, but doesn't need to be the hand doesn't need to be held. I've got some YouTube links that that people have already made and explains the 8-point system and explains how good the machines are. And I tell them, like, I just saved you $9 USD. I gave these for free. You know, it just depends who you're speaking to.
With
Stuff like gives
it depends.
Stuff gives the ACE link anyway.
It really, really, really depends on who I speak to. If I find that the person that I'm speaking to is no crack, no bullshit, straight to things, like, yeah, look, this is what we do, bro.
And we tell them, and we just tell them, yeah, I'm going to save $9. I'm going to give you YouTube.
Yeah. If I find that the person is very hesitant,
We need them out of the comfort zone, yeah.
I need them out of the comfort zone first. The first comfort zone is usually making that $99 investment.
Okay. Because my issue is I've been sending people the link, you know, that you get from the back office.
Yeah.
And as soon as they see that, they kind of back off. And these are
you talking
people
about
that we've
the landing page?
The checkout link, you mean, to buy?
No, the one that there's like this girl speaking about Kangen water. So these are people I've already spoken to about Kangen water. And as soon as they see this video, they kind of back off.
I'll tell you how you fix that very easily. Do your own demo.
Yeah. Learn from your face.
Okay. If you want help doing this own demo, I can help you. I'm there.
If you memorize this demo, you can do exactly the same thing that she does or he does and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Let them see your face.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's too corporate for a lot of these people that we're speaking to.
Yeah, I can help you. Like I said, guys, I'm willing to bring you guys to my house and for you guys to use my kitchen bench with my K8, and we can film fucking demos, 5-minute, 10-minute demos for each and every single one of you guys, and I can tell you what to say. I'm down for that. I don't even care. My demo will always sell more money, more sales, more K8s than that demo itself. I send that demo when mine's not working, and that's very rare. Okay? So you need to find a way to do your own. And like I said, it's your face. You're going to sell it. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any other questions? No? So you know how we got you guys to do those little demos?
You can use them now.
You guys can use them.
You guys can, just...
Now send those videos to the people in your prospects. You have 7 videos. If they went from anywhere from 2 to 15 minutes, great. You got 7 funnels. If they're on your website, if you have a website, you can use that as your URL. Okay? They're your demos. If you want something a little bit more profesh, I'll also help you do that. I'm fine with that. Okay?
Especially obviously by the cameras and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've got a Spectrum, got a camera. I'll do some editing. It's very easy. We'll do it in 1 take, 2 takes max. Okay? Yeah? Or you guys can take it up. You don't have to wait for me. I'm not telling you guys to wait for me, but it is open. Okay? Do you guys have any other questions?
Last 4 minutes now.
No? Okay. So before we end this, and I'm going to let you guys stay back after I stop recording, this demo, I want you guys to pay attention to the body language that we use, the professionalism that we're going to use, and just the overall setup. Now, Abbas and I haven't done something like this before. So you guys are seeing us experience something right in front of you for the first time. Okay? We're going to make mistakes. Fucking oath. Okay? But I want you to learn how we fix the mistakes. Now, there might be someone that's going to put me on the spot, and I accept that. Okay? There's going to be doctors there. I'm going to accept that. There's going to be business people who think they know better than you. I have to accept that. As long as you know what to expect, you can use it to your advantage.
I know one person's coming that owns 15 medical centers.
There you go.
So yeah.
Okay?
We actually have to blow his
brains out.
Yeah, blow his brains out.
Okay.
And obviously, on the business side, he's a businessman as well.
Yeah. So I want you guys to pay attention to how we do it, what we do, how do we come back from a fumble? Because when you see your mentor from a point of superior to equality, is that the word? Equality?
I hope no one sees me like that because I didn't see Brody like that.
No, like equal.
I'm saying I never saw Brody above me or under me.
Okay, yeah, I hope you guys don't see that. But I'm saying when you guys feel like they're on your level, you're like, okay, even they make mistakes. Okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop recording now because I want